We have some breaking news from the music world. Legendary Kiss guitarist Ace Frehley has died in New Jersey at the age of 74. The wild Spaceman and co-founder of the rock group was injured in a fall last month in his studio. This month, he pulled out of remaining dates on his calendar due to medical issues. Frehley wrote a series of songs for Kiss, including Shock Me and Talk to Me. He played on 9 studio albums and 2 live discs. And his family issued a statement saying, in part, "We are completely devastated and heartbroken. We cherish all of his finest memories, his laughter, and celebrate his strengths and kindness that he bestowed upon others, reflecting on all of his incredible life achievements. Ace's memory will continue to live on forever." With me now is Eric Alper, music commentator. Eric, thanks for being here. Your reaction to hearing this news?
Shock. I actually did the public relations for him for 2 albums, including Space Invader and Origins Volume 1 back in the 2010s. And I think when something like this happens, not only does it make all of us feel a little bit old, knowing that he was 74 when he passed away, but just shocked by the fact that, as you mentioned, he had a number of dates on the schedule for 2025 and beyond that he ended up canceling due to a fall in his home. He was on life support as of this morning. And the family made a decision to take him off of life support. So like any rock fan who grew up loving rock and roll, Kiss was a very big reason why we all fell in love with the guitar in the first place. He was the Spaceman. He was the guy that brought flash and fire and imagination to this band. I mean, look at them. There was no other band on the planet that could even think about pulling off what they were able to do in the 1970s, 80s, and beyond.
So you had done some PR for Kiss. Did you meet the band? What memories can you share about that time?
Yeah, I was basically just working Ace's solo album, and he was a great guy. He was so nice with fans. He knew from the very, very beginning that the fans were something special. They were the ones that truly made the band. Ace might have designed the Kiss logo and designed his own persona back in 1972, but by the time that their first 2 albums came out for Kiss, they did okay. They weren't blowing up immediately, but it was during the live album in 1975. That's when it all changed. And it changed for them because of Ace's guitar work on that album. It made a generation of kids want to play guitar just like Ace. So when I ended up working with him for a couple of albums, almost a decade ago, I mean, he was one of the nicest, sweetest guys that anybody would ever want to meet. And he treated the fans so well because he knew that the fans were the ones that made the band what it was.
What impact does he leave on the world of rock music? What is his legacy?
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago that Guitar World magazine, one of the biggest influential music magazines in the world, rated him in the top 15 metal guitarists of all time. And that's going to be his legacy. Every time that you look at that Kiss logo, when you talk about arena rock, this was the band that made it big. This was the band that made it huge for rock bands to do what they were doing with fire and explosions and screens. And a lot of it came from Ace's own mind. So I think the influence will be forever known simply because rock and roll, as somebody once said, will never die.
It is a terribly sad story. Eric, thank you very much for coming on and sharing a little bit of your knowledge about the band with us. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. We'll talk soon.
That's Eric Alper, a music commentator.